All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about real things in real time for a few real people, just like you and just like me. I'm going to discuss the most overcovered musician in the media world, not just the rock media, but the media in general. All right. Before I do that, though, if you find value in this content, which I know there are a lot of other things you could be watching or listening to, please consider becoming a patron of this channel or maybe just buy me a coffee. There's also YouTube memberships and PJ Rock super chats named after PJ Rock, who is my number one super chatter. All right. So, again, uh, someone said to me, you really should promote yourself more. And I'm like, I already get crap. You're always asking for people to, donate to your channel and this and that. And I just ignore that. I'm like, all right, well, a lot of content creators do this stuff. And when I do it, it tends to irritate people for some reason. So, anyway, let's talk about the most overcovered. I mean, overcovered. He is. He's just overcovered musician in the music industry. And I'm talking about Bruce Springsteen every day in my feed, okay? Now, I just did this basic duck, duck, go search, right? Bruce Springsteen stories. 16 hours ago, Bruce Springsteen keeps slamming Trump because of a lot of people bought into his lies. He says if Congress had guts, he'd be consigned to the trash heap of history. Donald Trump, who has won two elections, the last one in an electoral landslide, even though the other day I heard from his opponent that it was the closest election in U.S. history. No, was it? It was closer than Bush versus Gore in 2000? Just, I don't know, folks. Bruce Springsteen's long journey home. And this is all mainstream news. Yahoo.com, Time.com. Then we've got People magazine. Bruce Springsteen on how Deliver Me from Nowhere showed his depression could have gone in a lot of different directions. So apparently, Bruce Springsteen was depressed. And I think this is some kind of documentary about Bruce Springsteen. All right. 20 hours ago, Bruce Springsteen gives reassuring two-word touring update fans will love. And High Hopes shares how a Bruce Springsteen tour sparked healing and what else? And renewal. Healing and renewal. Kind of interesting how they're focusing on Bruce Springsteen so much. And then there's other stuff. Bruce Springsteen is talking about new film, touring, and politics. Ooh, that's wow. I mean, I guess it's aging, folks, but that he looks like an aging U.S. senator, right? Like Mitch McConnell. Like Bruce Springsteen now looks like Mitch McConnell. I mean, it's going to happen to all of us. But I mean, I don't know. Something about the picture and his expression. And he's talking about this movie. It's a film, new film about his life. Deliver Me from Nowhere. It opens October 24th. So we're like a month ahead of that, and we're going to talk about it. The boss gave his okay, and he tells Time Magazine there was a simple reason why he finally said yes. So this kind of relates to this other article. And if this is boring, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make a point. Yeah, Time Magazine, Time.com yesterday. And what happens is the rock media, they look at these stories and they post this on their website because, you might miss it if you don't see it there. Getting older is not slowing down the 76-year-old Springsteen. No, he looks quite chipper on that album, on the album cover, on the magazine cover. Asked whether he plans to continue touring with the E Street Band, he says, "Of course. I just want to keep going," he tells Time. "I want to make records that deal with subjects people haven't heard me deal with yet." And again, He talks to Time magazine about calling out President Trump, and it's just over and over again. We've got all this stuff with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We've got people here in this country who probably shouldn't be here in this country. And because we've decided we're going to have a little bit of border security, we've got people shooting at um, ICE facilities now. Instead of killing the ICE agents, apparently they're killing detainees because maybe in this case, unlike the Charlie Kirk thing, they missed their targets, you know? So, and Springsteen, all he knows how to do is just go off on Trump. And I get it. You know, everyone has a right to free speech. I wouldn't be here if that weren't the case. But man, I think a lot of people who just want to like get away from this stuff for a little while um, tend to want to listen to music, right? And just, can I not hear about your politics? Can I go somewhere for like an hour and just get away, maybe go see a concert or something? And this guy's going to stand up and he's going to say, well, if Congress did its job, what Congress was supposed to do what? Impeach him, right? That's what he's referring to. I don't know, folks. I have a general dislike and distrust of politicians. I really do. And the last couple of years, I think I've really gotten to the point where if this doesn't get fixed, meaning the economy, um, all of the violence in the country, and it seems to all be coming mostly coming from one place, even though the media is going to do, what about this that happened in 1996? Timothy McVeigh, what about that? Yeah, it's not what's happening right now, though. You know, and Springsteen, it's not like he's inspiring these people or anything, but when you talk this way, you tend to give permission to people who are already mentally imbalanced to go off. And the media, as I've demonstrated here, all these stories on Springsteen. Yeah, he's got this movie coming out and he might tour and he's in Time magazine. People in the regular old school, whatever you want to call it, legacy lunatic media, they love covering Springsteen. They wouldn't cover Ted Nugent this way, would they? No way. Well, Ted, he's not nearly as important as Springsteen musically. That could be true for you. I tend to like guys who play guitar really well, and Ted does that. So I'm interested in his music, and I'm interested in what he has to say. He's pretty smart on a lot of things. What would be cool is if you had a debate between Bruce Springsteen and Ted Nugent. That's a pay-per-view event for me. I don't know. It would never happen because you know what? We don't talk to one another. That's why Charlie Kirk was such an interesting person, because he was willing to talk to the people who disagreed with him. And they weren't just disagreeing with him. We find out they were enemies, right? Because this wouldn't have happened if they didn't have all of this animus and hatred in their hearts toward Charlie Kirk. So anyway, Springsteen way overcovered. And even when he's just putting out music, it's like, Bruce Springsteen, this is going to be amazing. And nobody's playing this stuff, by the way, on terrestrial radio. I guess maybe on Sirius XM, on one of those kind of off the beaten track stations, they might throw some Springsteen on. But for the most part, this is just for the fans, like the hardcore fans and the media who tend to gravitate towards certain people over and over again. All right, I wish some more people would gravitate toward this channel. Just hit the subscribe button, Patreon, YouTube memberships, Buy Me a Coffee, and PJ Rock Super Chats. All ways that you can help support this channel. My name is Harmless Dave. I had this other channel, which is still active, and I'm still working on maybe trying to do something with it. But I'm either super low tech or this problem just can't be dealt with. I need to go up to a higher level of management, or maybe I need to hire someone to help me. I don't know. But I'm getting to the point. I mean, I haven't completely given up, but that's why I started this channel, because I wanted to keep going. So again, you can subscribe to both channels, right? You can be a subscriber over there and be one over here. I'm over 7K. I'd love to get to like 10K before the new year, but that's going to be a tough go. I need some kind of breakout content. And right now, talking about Springsteen, that's not going to do it for me. So, anyway, God bless everyone. Remember, Jesus loves you. And even if you're a complete loser, even if you're a sinner, even if you've lived just a life filled with debauchery, that doesn't matter. Jesus in the Bible tended to gravitate toward those people. And the Bible in general uses a lot of people who, adulterers, murderers, really bad people, and God redeems them. So, anyway, God can work things together to just accomplish what he wants to accomplish. And he uses really cracked up people. You know what I mean? People with big cracks and big problems. And you're going to find out that's most of the population. I don't know too many super righteous people. I know some nice people, but if you really dig into their life, you're going to find out stuff that you don't want to find out. You're going to think, I'm better than that guy. Well, anyway, you shouldn't be doing that stuff because we're all sinners and we all need grace. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to say. So, anyway, Jesus is filled with love and grace for those people who are normal, like you and me. So there you go. Anyway, I'm done with this video. I know this was tedious. God bless you for watching it, all right?